Have you ever had the unsettling feeling that you are being watched? A sense that someone is observing you, even though you look around and can't see anyone? This eerie sensation might be more accurate than you realize. For a moment, imagine a world where no corner of the earth is out of reach, where every movement can be tracked with astonishing precision, and where our very concept of privacy is being redefined. This isn't science fiction. It's a reality we are rapidly approaching. In this emerging landscape, those in power wield tools of unprecedented sophistication and accuracy. They have the capability to observe our world from above, using high-resolution imaging sensors that capture even the smallest details with crystal clarity. This constant surveillance enhances their ability to monitor ground activities almost continuously, enabling swift and efficient responses to events. Reports from the past year indicate that Elon Musk's company, SpaceX, is developing a spy satellite network for the US government. A US intelligence agency has contracted SpaceX to develop a network of spy satellites in a deal worth $1.8 billion, Reuters reported, seemingly confirming reports suggesting billionaire Elon Musk's company is becoming more involved with the US government. Satellites have revolutionized our understanding of and interaction with the world. The history of satellites began on October 4, 1957, when the Soviet Union launched Sputnik 1, the first artificial satellite, marking the dawn of the space age. This event spurred the United States to accelerate its space program, leading to the launch of Explorer 1 on January 31, 1958. These early satellites were primarily scientific, designed to study the Earth's upper atmosphere and cosmic rays. The turn of the 21st century saw a surge in commercial satellites, driven by the telecommunications boom and the advent of internet satellites. Companies like SpaceX, with its Starlink project, and OneWeb, began launching large constellations of small satellites to provide global internet coverage. As of 2024, there are over 10,000 active satellites orbiting the Earth, a number that has grown exponentially in recent years due to the proliferation of satellite constellations. These satellites serve various purposes, including communication, Earth observation, scientific research, and national security. Focusing on observational satellites, SpaceX aims to deploy up to 42,000 satellites for its Starlink project. In the coming years, there could be hundreds of thousands of satellites from various nations and independent organizations orbiting our planet. The truth is, most people do not understand just how powerful spy satellites are. In the United States, specific legal and regulatory frameworks govern the resolution at which commercial satellites can capture images. These regulations, set by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, under the Commercial Remote Sensing Regulatory Affairs, CRSRA, currently allow commercial satellite operators to capture images with a ground resolution of up to 25 centimeters, about 9.8 inches. This means that the smallest object that can be distinctly identified in the imagery must be at least 25 centimeters in size. For spy or military reconnaissance satellites, the exact resolution capabilities are often classified, making it difficult to provide precise details. However, it is widely believed that these satellites can achieve significantly higher resolutions than commercial satellites. Unconfirmed reports and expert analyses suggest that modern spy satellites operated by agencies like the National Reconnaissance Office, NRO, in the United States may have resolutions capable of distinguishing objects as small as 5 to 10 centimeters. These advanced sensors, using cutting-edge optics and digital imaging technology, can discern objects as small as a few inches across from hundreds of miles away in space. There are rumors that under the right conditions, spy satellites can not only see a car but also distinguish the model, identify its license plate, and even analyze tire tracks. These capabilities highlight the incredible power of modern spy satellites, with some suggesting they can read license plate numbers from space under ideal conditions. Most governments do not reveal the full extent of their spy satellites' capabilities, so they may be able to see much more than we know or expect. The next time you leave your home, consider that there may be a satellite watching you. This isn't a distant possibility, it's a present reality. Privacy as we once knew it is rapidly diminishing. Every step you take, every place you visit, and every person you meet could potentially be under the watchful eyes of sophisticated surveillance technology orbiting above. Imagine walking through your neighborhood, going to the grocery store, or meeting friends, all while being tracked from space. These satellites can monitor not just your location, but also your interactions, habits, and routines with astonishing precision. The idea that your daily activities are being observed and recorded is not just a theoretical concern, it is happening now. The world is changing. As previously stated, SpaceX inked $1.8 billion deal with US intelligence agency to create a network of spy satellites. The satellite network is being built in partnership with the National Reconnaissance Office, NRO, the agency that manages spy satellites, and when complete is intended to offer the US military and intelligence agencies enhanced capabilities to identify targets worldwide, Reuters reported. The National Reconnaissance Office is developing the most capable, diverse, and resilient space-based intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance system the world has ever seen, a spokesperson for the agency told Reuters. The key phrase in the article is "identify targets worldwide." However, it is unclear who these targets are. Elon Musk, the owner of X, formerly known as Twitter, has previously stated that he wants the app X to become a WeChat for the West. WeChat, developed by Tencent, is a Chinese multi-purpose app that combines messaging, social media, and mobile payments. All of these events are rather concerning. Revelation, chapter 13, verse 15 to 18. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. I think we as Christians grossly and irresponsibly underestimate the power and scope of the Antichrist's influence. With the power of modern-day satellites, can you imagine, with the acceleration of artificial intelligence, how powerful these satellites will become? The world you and I are living in is changing. There is no denying this. There is no way around this one simple fact. The world is changing in more ways than we can imagine. What we have discussed could very well be the foundational groundwork being set for the rule of the Antichrist. The sad thing is that many people are not aware of the developments happening around them. It's as if the world is sleepwalking into the era of the mark of the beast. There will be a man who will be the Antichrist himself. However, the Bible also states that the Antichrist spirit is already in the world today. If he is in the world, don't you think he is preparing it for the man of sin's arrival? Most people do not realize it. They are too concerned with feeding their desires to look around at what is happening in the world. The infrastructure for Revelation 13 is being laid in plain sight. The spirit of the Antichrist is in the world. It is in our land. Consider the advancements in satellite technology. Modern satellites are capable of capturing and transmitting information with incredible precision. As artificial intelligence continues to evolve, these satellites will only grow more powerful. They could be used to monitor and control populations on an unprecedented scale. This kind of power in the wrong hands could facilitate the kind of global surveillance and control that the Bible warns us about in the book of Revelation. The rapid advancements in AI and technology are creating tools that could be used for both good and evil. The Antichrist could exploit these tools to establish a global regime, enforcing his will and marking those who follow him. This scenario is not just a distant possibility, it is becoming increasingly plausible as technology continues to evolve at a breakneck pace. Many people are oblivious to these developments. They are more focused on their daily lives, their personal ambitions, and their immediate gratifications. This distraction keeps them from noticing the broader changes taking place in the world. It's as if a veil has been placed over their eyes, preventing them from seeing the true nature of the changes occurring around them. The Bible tells us that the Antichrist will deceive many. His spirit is already at work in the world, laying the groundwork for his eventual rise to power. This spirit manifests in various ways, from the erosion of moral values to the increasing acceptance of behaviors and ideologies that go against biblical teachings. The Antichrist spirit promotes a worldview that is contrary to the teachings of Christ, subtly preparing people to accept the rule of the man of sin when he arrives. One of the key elements of this preparation is the creation of a global system that can monitor and control individuals. Revelation 13 speaks of a time when no one will be able to buy or sell without the mark of the beast. The technology to implement such a system is already being developed. Digital currencies, biometric identification, and AI-driven surveillance are all pieces of this puzzle. When combined, they create a framework that could be used to enforce the mark of the beast, ensuring that only those who comply with the Antichrist's regime can participate in the global economy. As Christians, we need to be vigilant and aware of these developments. We must not be complacent or dismissive of the signs of the times. The Bible calls us to be watchful and to discern the spirit of the age. This means staying informed about technological advancements and understanding their potential implications from a biblical perspective. If you watch this channel, we strive to reveal all that we can about Bible prophecy and the end times, which we believe we are living in. However, it's important to remember that you can be wise about the Bible and still go to hell. You can be knowledgeable about Bible prophecy and still go to hell. What matters most is not that you see the signs of the end times or identify who the Antichrist is when he arrives. What matters most is your soul. It is your relationship with God. Are you saved? Are you truly saved? That is what matters. Do you know Jesus Christ, and does he know you? Do you love him with all of your heart? Because he loves you. He came to earth and died for you. This is not just a message for the end times. It is the timeless truth of the gospel. Jesus Christ left his heavenly throne and took on human flesh. He walked among us, taught us, healed us, and ultimately gave his life for us. His love is not a distant, abstract concept. It is a living, breathing reality. He loves you personally and intimately. He knows your name, your struggles, your joys, and your fears. He understands your deepest thoughts and your most hidden secrets. And despite all of this, he loves you with an everlasting love. When Jesus stretched out his arms on the cross, it was an eternal embrace, welcoming all who would come to him. He bore the weight of our sins, the punishment we deserved, so that we could be forgiven and reconciled to God. This sacrifice was made out of pure love, a love so profound and so selfless that it is beyond human comprehension. Yet, knowing about this love and believing in it are two different things. You can study the Bible, analyze prophecies, and understand the signs of the times. But if you do not have a personal relationship with Jesus, it is all in vain. Salvation is not about knowledge, it is about faith and surrender. It is about recognizing your need for a Savior and accepting the grace that Jesus offers. We are approaching a time of great persecution for believers. As the world grows increasingly hostile to the teachings of Jesus Christ, the question we must ask ourselves is this: are you truly a believer? When faced with trials and tribulations, will you stand firm for Christ? Will you take up your cross and follow him no matter the cost? The Bible warns us that in the last days, believers will face immense challenges and persecution. Jesus himself said, "If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first." John chapter 15, verse 18. Standing for Christ in these times will require unwavering faith and courage. It will mean holding fast to our convictions in the face of opposition, ridicule, and even danger. Being a true believer is not just about attending church or professing faith with our lips. It is about living out that faith every day, even when it is difficult. It means loving our enemies, praying for those who persecute us, and shining the light of Christ in a dark and broken world. It means being willing to sacrifice our comfort, our reputation, and even our lives for the sake of the gospel. Taking up our cross for Him is not an easy path. It is a path of self-denial, humility, and obedience. But it is also a path of incredible reward. Jesus promised that those who lose their life for His sake will find it. Matthew 10:39. The eternal joy and peace that come from following Him far outweigh any temporary suffering we may endure. So, as we stand on the brink of this time of great persecution, let us examine our hearts. Are we truly committed to Christ? Will we stand for Him no matter what? Will we take up our cross and follow Him with all our hearts? The time is now to make that decision.